$120 million. And we've gone along with uses of fund balance in the past because of spending pressures that were about which we had nothing. We don't control the spending. That's the executive that controls the spending. And what options did we have when we get so far into the fiscal year? I mean, you get down to the last quarter or close to the last quarter, you have to cut $4 in order to get one. You'd completely devastate the government. So we've been backed into positions where fund balance had to be used because there really was no option, because of out of control spending. You know, this whole thing with, non-public tuition and transportation, $250 million right there. And, I hope we finally gotten a handle on non-public tuition because we had a budget last year of $141 million. And what, Mr. City Administrator, we had $166 million in expenditures, so $25 million spent beyond the budget.
Yes. What
we spent in 2009 was already $17 million more than what we budgeted for fiscal year 10. And we're talking about maybe $180 million for this fiscal year, which would be $31 million more than what we budgeted for that area. And that's just one program, one area. So, again, it's time for us to come to a responsible position with where we are in this city. I love to do things for people and do things with people, but, that isn't always possible. And what happens is when you delay these things and keep telling people that, we can do everything, eventually you have to pay the piper. And, and this may have come home to roost at this stage in terms of what this budget is and in terms of the additional commitments that are being made around this teacher contract. If the money isn't there for it, it's going to require enormous cuts. It's going to require rifts. It's going to require some very radical action, it seems to me, in order to do that. And can you imagine if we had a situation where some teachers get a raise, they get their raise as a result of some of their colleagues being riffed and lose their jobs? I hope that's not where we wind up with this. So, anyway, we'll look forward to getting that from you, Dr. Gon.